know when you got like one homie, but you also got another homie, and then both of those homies have to get down and squash some beef, and you understand it, but you know that it's probably gonna get awkward. Today, I'm gonna be talking about Khabib versus Poirier and the 7 things that you missed. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Jesse and I'm the founder and grandmaster of MMA, Mexican martial arts. I'm very happy to let you know that this video is sponsored by the Go Donut, but more on that later. A lot of people have been asking me if I think that the homie Khabib's victory has anything to do with my Khabib Nurmagomedov ground and pound support marathon. Let me put it like this. Put the footage of the marathon side by side with the footage of the fight. Virtually identical. Oh, hey Poirier, how's your stand-up? Oh, that's impressive. And even though I may have both influenced and inspired the Eagle, we all know that his greatest influence is his father.
You guys can no understand how I love my father. Let's talk about my father. I like this.
Which brings me to number 7. John Anik, this is Khabib's dad. Mira, it was a big deal for Mr. Nurmagomedov to be there. He was unable to be there for the most important fight of his son's life, just because his visa was denied. Last time I was trying to get a pizza and my visa was denied. It was humiliating. But because this fight was in their homeland of Abu Dhabi, Khabib was able to strategically submit Poirier right there in front of his dad, like to make up for it. And before this moment, I thought that Khabib Sr. was like one of those emotions of Chuck Norris memes.
I stay relaxed. I don't feel nothing.
I'm a fun guy.
But then when I saw this, I had to ask someone to explain it to me, because I had never seen this emotion before. They said that it was a father's love for his son. I swear, I never seen anything more beautiful. Look at that bashful looking fool. It's very touching. But then, something very disgusting happened. Khabib said that he wanted to let his coach Javier and his dad have the opportunity to talk. And John let Javier give one of the most awkward interviews that I've ever heard in my life.
I gotta say, I'm glad what he did. He followed father's plan.
But then he snubbed Khabib's dad.
My friend, congratulations to you, Khabib. Before we let you go, I know it's been a long wait.
You could tell that he wasn't happy about it. We finally start seeing emotions from this fool, and then he doesn't even get the chance to talk. He was probably gonna start crying and speaking English and everything. Where's Joe Rogan when you need him? But one person that I was glad not to see, Herb Dean. Number 6, Herb Dean was banned. Following the frenzy of complaints regarding Conor McGregor not being stopped during all of his cheating, Herb Dean was banned from officiating Khabib versus Poirier. McGregor was exposed for cheating several times throughout the fight by this popular breakdown of Khabib versus McGregor, which was coincidentally made by this channel. When Herb Dean was questioned for his antics during the Joe Rogan Experience, he claimed that he had recently broke his watch while playing guitar, and he had no idea that it was Khabib time.
I have friends that have done DMT.
I feel like it's worth pointing out that Mark Goddard is the referee that McGregor attacked after a little too much proper 12, possibly to ensure that the Eagle was treated fairly this time, possibly for a little revenge. Number 5, Dustin had no game plan. I'm not sure what I saw more of in this fight, Khabib with the takedowns or Poirier looking at his corner for help. Poirier kept looking at his coach like he forgot there was a quiz and he was trying to copy those answers. Dustin, you can't be doing that when you're in the cage. Haven't you ever heard of the flow state? Don't you even watch Mind Smash?
Yellow.
Khabib was even trying to encourage him to think for himself by covering his eyes for him. Very honorable. But it just seemed like Poirier didn't even come ready with the strategy. He just kept throwing little kicks like he was trying to work up the nerve to close the distance. And this will be the perfect thing for his corner to mention to him, right? You know, the corner that he keeps looking to for help. But what did they say instead?
You're good. That's okay. That's okay.
Wrong. This is what you get when you stop keeping score and you're giving awards to everybody in Little League. Dustin Poirier is a victim of millennial parenting.
You finish last, you come home with a trophy. You kidding me? I mean, what's that teaching kids?
So wrong. He's over here sitting down, being coddled, while Khabib is standing up over there with his dad telling him that he's not impressed with his performance. Clearly, the superior method. Number 4, Khabib didn't touch gloves. There was a lot of confusion about why Khabib didn't touch gloves. A lot of people felt that it was disrespectful, but this is just not the case. Rumor has it that Mark Goddard showed this clip of Aviv Ghazali to Khabib backstage, and knowing that Poirier is a BJJ black belt, Khabib didn't want the same thing to happen to him. Even Ramsey Dewey himself has advised against touching gloves after the bout.
Touching gloves after the bell rings needs to stop.
It's time to stop.
Khabib showed all the necessary respect before, during, and after the fight. Not touching gloves after the bout was simply a safety precaution. Or was it? Nah, I think it was. Number 3, Khabib refused the neck crank. There were several times throughout the fight where the neck crank was there for Khabib, but he refused to commit to it. He was willing to do it to McGregor because who wouldn't? But he didn't want to do Poirier dirty like that. He likes and respects Poirier, and he was willing to put him to sleep peacefully when the time was right. But he didn't want to damage the future of his career by hurting his neck. He was willing to recreate some of that fight, but not all of it. I want to take a moment right now to talk about our sponsor, the Gold Donut. And if there's any fools out there who want to start tripping like Jonathan Rivera, then go tell your boss that you're going to start working for free from now on. And see how long that lasts, homie. Calmate. Roll the clip. The Gold Donut is a universal stand. It holds phones, iPads, books, even actual donuts. Before I had the Gold Donut, I could never find the right way to position my phone. I used everything I could think of, even actual donuts. And then one day, I had a friend tell me about the Gold Donut, and that if I talked about it during a video, that he would give me some money. And now, I use it all the time. It comes in 9 available colors and works on most tablets and smartphones. Mira, if your device doesn't fit on here, then you need a new device. Help support the Mexican martial arts by supporting the Gold Donut. Link down below. Number 2, Khabib was never in danger. Some people were very concerned in the second round when Poirier landed a clean shot, but not me. You see, Khabib may have some of the most crazy looking head movement I've ever seen in my life, but he was definitely not rocked. Don't get me wrong, it landed, and it had a lot of power. But Khabib is a very hard-headed individual.
I don't feel nothing.
And a lot of people took his drunken master head movement as him being in danger. And this is just not true. This is further proven when he didn't even flinch after taking this knee to the face. And it's the same thing when he was in that guillotine. Some people thought that it was over. Some people even thought that the eagle was about to go extinct. But he knew exactly what he was doing. He was just letting Dustin tire himself out. It happened earlier in the fight until Khabib was ready to simply push out of it. And then it happened again when Khabib was ready to shut it down. He let Dustin squeeze his little heart out. And then he broke that heart. Number 1, someone stole Khabib's hat. On his way out of the arena, someone grabbed Khabib's hat away from him. They were trying to get a rise out of him. They thought that he was gonna go full Conor McGregor and punch some old people. But then when he played it off all cool and smiled, they knew that they had messed with the wrong one. They had seen that smile before. So seeing the error of their ways, they made up for it by throwing him the San Marcos blanket. In my opinion, he came up on that one. Mira, Poirier is a nice gentleman, and I did not particularly enjoy seeing his dreams being shattered. But I knew how it was gonna go down. And I put everybody on notice during my ground and pound marathon that I was gonna screenshot all the doubters and remind them of their words after the fight.
I'm gonna be looking at your predictions tonight. And I don't want anybody to be changing their minds tomorrow. All right? I'm gonna screenshot all of you. So you better go back and start deleting right now.
Being that I am like Father Abraham and that I cannot tell a lie, here are the screenshots. I hope that just like Poirier, you can learn from your losses and be graceful in defeat. If you would like to support MMA so that we can keep making these videos, then please consider joining our Patreon for only $1 a month. Link down below. You can also pick up some merch from our Teespring store so that you can represent the Mexican martial arts in your own neighborhood. Thank you for watching Mexican martial arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more of our videos, then please click on them somewhere beside me. They are very entertaining. And I hope that you will consider subscribing to this channel so that you could watch our future uploads. Because when you miss an upload, the upload misses you.